What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and yeah, you can see by the article here on Deadline that Super Mario Brothers is closing in on that $900 million worldwide number. It's going to hit $1 billion, okay? It's going to hit $1 billion. It's streaking towards $1 billion. No question at all. The first film of 2023 to hit $1 billion. Hell, it might be like the first one for a while if this, Guardians of the Galaxy movie doesn't do anything, which, it's starting to sound like it might not do as well as I thought it was going to do. I thought, okay, yeah, it'll hit $1 billion. Maybe not, but Super Mario Brothers is absolutely going to hit $1 billion right now. It's closing in on 900 million, and it'll probably hit $1 billion before. It may not be before the end of the month, but definitely close to it. So yeah, this is amazing numbers, okay? And it just goes to show, if you make a film that's a family film, fun for the whole family, okay? Something for the parents, something for the kids, something for the grandparents, okay? Grandparents like to take their grandchildren to movies. I don't know if people are aware of that, but grandparents are always kind of looking for stuff. Hey, what am I going to do with the grandkids this weekend? Mom and dad dropped them off. What am I going to do with them? Oh, I know. Let's take them to the movies, okay? But then when they look out there and they see all kind of woke garbage, you're like, yeah, let's not take them to the movies, actually, okay? But now along comes Mario, a film that is fun for the whole family, okay? Wholesome entertainment. And guess what? Surprise, everybody's going to watch this film, okay? Isn't that hilarious, all right? Again, something that, and I said it on the last video, and I'll link it above, there is a big wake-up call that's just kind of emanating through Hollywood right now. People are starting to, oh, you know what? Maybe we need to get off the woke stuff and start making, films that cater to our audience, our core customer base. Maybe that's what we should start doing. And, we'll see some of the results that Mario is getting right now. Let's go ahead and read what they got to say about this. So Illumination, Nintendo, Universal's The Super Mario Brothers movie continues its global domination, now with the estimated 871.8 million through Sunday. Of that, 437 million is from the international box office. The next worldwide benchmark of 900 million will follow in the next days. It's only a matter of time for the bros to get to $1 billion, particularly as Korea and Japan are due to release next week. That's right. They are coming up. They hadn't released anything in Korea and Japan. So yeah, it's definitely going to hit $1 billion by this time next week. Okay. So before the end of the month, we are going to see Super Mario's hit 1 billion. That's nice. And it says basically, yeah, they pulled in another 70.7 millions overseas from 78 markets, repping 38% drop in the holdover. So just tiny little drops as it's going along. Let's show you what it's doing in terms of these other markets. So check it out. In Mexico, it says Super Mario surpassed the lifetime of Coco. Okay, so it's already passed up Coco, which is, geared towards the Mexican community. And it has surpassed Coco to become the #2 biggest studio animation ever, just behind Toy Story 4, and the #5 biggest movie ever. All right. And then in France right here, you see they had 31.7 million, surpassing the lifetimes of Minions, The Rise of Gru, Toy Story 4, and Inside Out, and Despicable Me 2. Super Mario is performing in line with Frozen 2 and above Minions at the same point. In Germany, Super Mario remains a clear #1 right now, 37.2 million, higher than Beauty and the Beast, Finding Dory, and The Secret Life of Pets, already overtaken Zootopia, Despicable Me, and Inside Out. I mean, this thing is crazy right here. It's beating like all of these like big name animation classics, okay? These gigantic animated films over the years. Mario is absolutely dusting this thing, taking these things to task in all of these major countries. In the UK and Ireland right now, it's sitting at $51 million. Australia has a 27.3 million total, overtaking both Frozen films. All right. I mean, this thing is just wiping the floor with all of these great Disney classics, okay? Lion King, Toy Story 4, Coco. I mean, it's just dominating in all of these other countries. In the United States domestically, Super Mario has the best third weekend for an animated pick with 58 million, okay? The best third weekend for an animated pick ever, okay? So this thing is absolutely getting the job done, all right? Evil Dead Rise came out, not really competition for it, of course, different genres, all right? But it did pretty well with $23 million itself. I think worldwide, it's going to get really close to actually making its money back, probably by the middle of this week, all right? I actually saw Evil Dead, phenomenal movie. If you are a horror fan, you absolutely need to go and check out Evil Dead Rises, okay? I have had an absolute blast. I'll have a review up on that very shortly. These guys said, as we told you, the Nintendo pick crossed the $400 million mark stateside yesterday in its 18th day, the second fastest animated pick to do that since The Incredibles 2, which hit the 4th century mark in 15 days. By end of day, Super Mario Bros. Will be the third highest Universal title of all time at the domestic box office, only behind 2015's Jurassic World and then 1982's E.T. the Extraterrestrial. These are the only two films in the history of films that are, in terms of box office wise, are ahead of Super Mario Brothers for Universal, okay? That is amazing, all right? I don't care how you slice that. That is amazing. And already in the works, okay? People are already talking about it. People are starting to theorize about it, okay? What would a Nintendo movie universe look like now that Super Mario Bros. Is a huge success? You know that Universal and Illumination and Nintendo are going to say, hey, we're capitalizing on this thing, okay? We're going to take this thing to the next level. We're going to put together a Nintendo cinematic universe, perhaps, okay? A lot of people are starting to speculate about that online. You know, people expect there to be different movies coming out. Donkey Kong, perhaps, okay? Donkey Kong is a beloved character. Will there be a Donkey Kong Country film in the mix? All right. And I like this thing right here, man. Somebody actually took the time to make one of these joints, right? These little Marvel Cinematic Universe type of phase ones. Like, you know, this isn't real, okay? This wasn't at some kind of a conference. But hats off to whoever put this thing together. It looks awesome. So you had Super Mario Brothers, and then you come in with Zelda. Then you got Earthbound, Metroid. I guess they would bring Detective Pikachu 2, all right, get the Pokemon in there. And then you got Star Fox, Super Mario Brothers 2, and then Super Smash Brothers, the fight against the master. I think that's hilarious, man. I actually like this, the idea that goes behind this, okay? I don't know if you have something leading up to like the big battle, the big bad with Super Smash Bros. I think you would do something like that, but you know, maybe not the phases. You know, it's just like, hey, we're just having an event film. We'll have all of these guys meet up, fight against the master hand or whatever the case may be, and have a good time. Let me show you now. This is somewhat close to what I would do in terms of, you know, what films or what properties I would adapt. Let me go ahead and show you the stuff that I was thinking about in terms of what Nintendo properties you would adapt, you know, going forward. So this is what I said that they should be doing next. And look, I personally believe, you know, that they should do Legend of Zelda live action, okay, and Metroid, okay? Legend of Zelda and Metroid should be live action. That's just my personal opinion on it, okay? If I got a live action Legend of Zelda, I could die a happy man. You know, that's how I feel about it. But, you know, the other ones, yeah, you could do the other ones animated, okay? You see up there, you got Kirby. I think Kirby works better animated anyway, so you just let that alone. There was a Kirby anime that they did way back in the day, and I think you just let that go ahead and be animated. F-Zero, that was one of my other ones. It's like, you know, do you do a live action F-Zero? Maybe, you know, Punch Out, you know, I think that can be done animated or live action either way. Star Fox and Fire Emblem. But yeah, those two movies right there, Metroid and then Zelda, I think that those have to be live action. In my opinion, of course, they're probably going to end up being animated, but that's just my wish list of what I would want. And then, of course, the next Mario Brothers 2, I don't know where you go with it. Which one do you do? You know, which storyline do you kind of spin off, or do you spin off a storyline, or do you just write an entirely different story? You know, there's a lot of different ways that they could go with this. But that's my list of the things that I feel personally they need to come out with next. But what do you guys think about this situation with Mario dominating the box office? Okay, absolutely cleaning house. All right, on its way to $1 billion. You gotta love it. Okay, hats off to Nintendo and Illumination for getting it. Okay, getting that, hey, we got to do something that the fans want to watch, okay? We can't play around in the woke garbage that Disney is doing, all right? We're going to do our own thing, and we're going to make something that the fans will appreciate and that fans will love. But you guys go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on the Nintendo animated universe or live action. Maybe they do a little bit of a mix, okay? I'm not sure. But you guys let me know what properties you would want to see them adapt into a film. Leave that in the comments below. And thanks for watching. See you next time.